India travel agents, plead with PM, we do not seek alms. In an open letter sent to the Prime Minister of India today, May 22, 2021, the Travel Agents Association of India (TAAI) made their plea to be heard. The letter was signed by TAAI President Jyoti Mayal, Vice President J. Bhatia, Hun. Secretary-General Betaya, and Hun. Treasurer Shriram Patel. Copies were sent to the Minister of Civil Aviation, Minister of Finance, Minister of Tourism, CEO of Niti Aayog, Secretary of MoCA, Secretary of MO, and ADDL. Director General MO. The letter began with an upbeat, "Greetings from Travel Agents Association of India. We are compelled to write to you and divert your attention from more important matters prevailing in the country. Our members of travel and tourism trade at large is affected phenomenally since over 14 months. We highlight a few points which require your immediate attention. Travel and tourism employs over 11% of the total workforce in the country. We generated 10% of the national GDP. The largest in services sector, contributing to $234 billion in 2018 and foreign exchange earning over $30 billion in 2019. From 2015-19 there were 14.62 million additional jobs that were created. 1. Livelihood, survival of our trade. Our member entrepreneurs, travel agents and tour operators and their employees, have not even been able to do a business of more than 5% as compared to the pre-lockdown, pre-pandemic times since the last 14-plus months. Basic survival has become a challenge. While our members tried their level best to sustain their staff for a few months, however, with the global scenario undergoing the second and third wave, are compelled to reach out to you for guidance, assistance and encouragement so as to take care of the livelihood of the personnel working in the trade. The worst hit are our junior and mid-level teams, who are unable to survive ever for basic needs. They include, frontline counter staff, ticketing staff, tour planners, accountants, the airport representatives, porters, drivers, guides, sales and marketing staff, administrative team etc. The middle and senior members, including the owners, are affected too. Bad debts from clients, interest on bank loans, overdrafts, EMIs, increased insurance premiums for staff etc. Further, with no respite whatsoever in statutory complaints like PF, ESIC, professional tax, GST, income tax, TDS etc. And with the introduction of the new irrational tax like TCS ensures that our establishments are forced to close down. Although respite through MSME loans was given by the Honorable Finance Minister, to existing loan overdraft holders, who had obtained them prior to February 20. However, there has been no consideration for our members who were working on their own finances, to obtain new collateral-free loans, overdraft and rebated interest thereon. Many banks and financial institutions have blacklisted travel and tourism organizations being non-revenue generators since April 20. Even the existing limits, if any, have been reduced. We seek your attention in providing immediate support to all engaged in travel and tourism. A. Moratorium for at least 2 years from all loan EMIs for our staff and members. B. Grant of 10,000 rupees per month per employee for the next 1 year until normalcy resumes. This shall be paid back, free of interest to the government in installments over 24 months thereafter or deducted at 15% of their salary and paid back to the exchequer. C. Fresh collateral-free loans, overdraft facilities to our member organizations and personnel be provided at rebated interest for a period of at least 5 years until things are restored back to normalcy. This shall give support to them to meet their administrative overheads and promote travel and tourism effectively. The same could be computed on last 3 years average. D. Income tax holiday for next 5 years for member travel agents and tour operators. E. Rebates on digital payments. The credit card companies, banks are charging between 2% to 3.5% for payments received through credit card or wallets. This is hindering the purpose, revenue and ease of doing business. In today's digital India, which was initiated by your good self, has lost its steam for people making payments to us by debit, credit cards. Further, the airlines too are not accepting digital payments from us via credit cards or wallets, due to the same reason of higher percentage of deductions by the banks. This should be brought down to 0.5%. F. In the current scenario where many small establishments, like our members, are trying to work from home. With zero income, they have cut down on their lease rentals. Work from home should be considered as an establishment for registered travel agents, tour operators, as many authorities are not permitting official addresses at residences. This should be directed through your good offices so as to safeguard health and safety. G. May we also urge you to direct the states to consider waiver and reduction of electricity charges, water taxes, property taxes, stamp duty, commercial license fees, other local taxes for another 3 years. This shall help and support the trade to survive. H. Synchronization of all employee benefits like ESIC, professional tax, PF, gratuity etc. under one head so as to ease compliances and do business effectively, smoothly and motivate us to generate more revenue for the country. Hun. Pradhan Mantri G. We do not seek grants as alms, but seek support in terms of repayable loans. This shall be repaid back to the government post the 5-year period after the crisis ends. This shall only be an interim working capital for survival and revival along with ease of doing business. 2. Industry status for travel and tourism along with cabinet berth for tourism and culture ministry. Sir. We have been working closely with the Ministry of Tourism and Culture for years. Hun. Minister Shri Prahlad Singh Ji Patel is one of the most dynamic ministers along with his team of Secretary, Shri Arvind Singh Ji and Director General Tourism SMT. Rupinder Brar Ji. They have been a source of inspiration and proactive in listening to us over the last year. The ministry has taken our feedback and suggestions on the revising of MDA guidelines, the new SOPs for opening up tourism very positively and implemented the same. This being the largest service sector in India, we ensure that tourism to and from India is promoted to generate bilateral trade around the world. Incredible India has rich heritage and culture be it through arts and crafts, dance forms, music, food and cuisine, road trips, rail tours, but also has the best beaches, mountains, waterways, landscapes, deserts, temples, places of worship, nature and wildlife, medical tourism, agricultural tourism, camping, student tourism, promotion of yoga, Buddhist circuit, adventure tourism, festival tourism, spiritual tourism, sports tourism, MICE, weddings, film tourism etc. Our members promote all verticals with ease and grace as our culture has imbibed into us, Athithi Devo Bhava. Tourism-led growth hypothesis postulates that expansion of travel and tourism activities generates economic growth, resources and technology inside of the economy, additionally by expanding foreign exchange earnings in inbound. You are well aware that there is a reasonable relationship between economic growth, tourism and financial development. The contribution from this ministry and the trade especially in the last 5 years, deserves a cabinet berth in your government. Travel and tourism was one of your key stakeholder partners in ensuring to make India the $5 trillion United States dollars economy. We have already submitted proposals to the Ministry of Tourism as well as Ministry of Civil Aviation on policies for insurance protecting our members from global airline bankruptcies, consumer protection, travel insurance, tourism fund, special tourism zones, structuring it for ease of doing business. Strategizing for setting up an efficient regulatory body along with TAAI and other stakeholders in the travel and tourism trade with MOCA and MO like SEBI, IRTA etc. which shall not only protect the interests of the general public but also of the principals, travel agents and tour operators. This shall also ensure that every travel and tourism organization's professional registers with the ministry thus, which shall safeguard, no fly-by-night operators mislead the traveler, tourist and appropriate guidance and quality service is rendered. Our members spend over 50% of their earning towards salaries and wages of personnel working in the trade. Education, research, continuous education and upgradation of knowledge is an ongoing process to keep our clients well informed in this competitive world with technology. We continue to endeavor our drive to do business, escalating to higher standards and achievements, for which your intervention and support is being sought to provide industry status to travel and tourism in India. This shall ensure overall economic growth, increased job opportunities, higher revenues, technology development in the trade. We at TAAI assure you that once again under your leadership, India shall regain its title of being Son Ki Chidya within the next 5 years. Our humble request to you is to call for an emergent meeting of the Task Force on Travel and Tourism along with us, the stakeholders under your aegis. We at TAAI assure you that we shall strive to drive the change, to make the industry more resilient and productive, along with our full support to the government. We shall grow to fulfill the dreams of making India a $5 trillion economy by 2023, ensuring travel and tourism contributes to over 15% to the national GDP by then, with your support and encouragement.